Hey guys, another episode of Eddy and Eddy vlog. I decided this will be the last one in this batch. Obviously there will be more episodes down the road, but I was going to make 4 episodes for while I was gone on vacation. I decided, just because of timing and stuff like that, I can only do 3. Sorry for that, but you're still getting episodes, so, you know, that's Charlie. And, so, what's the big deal? So this is episode, season 1, episode 9. It's Way Ed / Laugh Ed Laugh. This episode, about on par with the last one, was pretty good. I haven't had any problems with these episodes in this batch, so, So let's just get to it. So it's Way Ed. So basically this episode entails, it starts off with Eddy sleeping in his bed, his alarm clock goes off, he smashes it and throws it in this pile of broken alarm clocks. So Double D and Ed show up and wake him up basically, and so they get him up, and then it turns out Eddy has like a book that is like his organizer for who is he scamming today. He's that big of a piece of shit, I love it. So he turns out it's going to be Johnny. 2x4 guy. So they try to find him, and then they see everybody walking on stilts. And it turns out this is a fad that's it. And this is the whole kind of thing of the episode is fads. And the boys trying to basically be part of the fads. They're always one fad behind. So, like, they make stilts, but by then there's another fad. The fad was... Oh, it was like this hat that had like a ball that would go around. So they go to try and make one, but then they realize, instead of trying to do that, why don't we try and be a couple fads ahead? So they end up making, eventually, they go through a few things, and they end up making, like, this. It's like overalls, it's like a car track, where you put little cars on. They wear mailboxes on their head, they have pinwheels on top of that. Just so many little things, like a boot on one leg, a sock on the other. And they try to go around the cul-de-sac. No one really cares. They're just doing all types of different fads. Until the boys take their thing off, and it turns out that's the big fad. So they go back and try to put it on. By the time they come back, it's another fad, and then they realize, oh fuck, we are behind. And then the episode basically ends with Double D saying, it's okay, Ed. Like, my mother always said that, fads come back all the time. In 10 years, will be cool again. And then the episode just ends right there. So it wasn't like a super entertaining episode, but it wasn't like bad either. It was just kind of a basic Ed and Eddy episode. So no complaints. Pretty good. Now let's get into Laugh Ed Laugh. So Laugh Ed Laugh. Basically what ends up happening in the cul-de-sac is there's a quarantine because everybody but the Ed brothers has chickenpox, which it felt reminiscent of the current years. Everyone's in quarantine, and what ends up happening is Eddy, he has nobody to scam, so he goes absolutely fucking insane. He ends up kind of running all around the cul-de-sac, his voice is higher pitched now, and he goes insane, he does really weird things. He ends up scamming a bunch of squirrels out of acorns. It's pretty insane. So, Double D and Ed decide they have to capture him and basically put him in a makeshift mental ward in a shed. So the way they capture him is that Eddy sees a fire hydrant, and he thinks it's a jawbreaker, so he eats it. And while he's doing that, Double D and Ed, they throw like a plunger with a rope on him. Ed then goes running. That ends up not working. Afterwards, they end up capturing him with a fake dollar. They end up making him chase the dollar all the way to the shed. He ends up going into the shed, and then all 3 of them lock themselves in there. And Double D tells Ed to hide the key discreetly, and he does this somehow by pulling out 2 pieces of bread and eating the fucking key. And so they also have a big stack of fake money they give to Eddy, making him think that he's rich, which brings him back to normal once he realizes the money is fake. And they then hear that all the kids are out of quarantine now, and they're all back to normal and healthy, because apparently chickenpox goes away like that. Who the fuck knew chickenpox would go away within like a 20-minute span? Actually, in the show, it's probably like the whole day or whatever. But anyways, so they go to open the door and realize it's locked, and then that's when Ed says, I ate it. And they're like, oh, well, fuck. So the episode ends with Eddy using Ed as a shovel to try and get out. This is a weird fucking show, man. But, yeah, so far so good. This show is pretty good. It's very basic, I will say that. There's definitely not any, like heavy plot elements or anything like that. It's a basic kid's show, but it's still a fun kid's show. It's still funny. I still find myself laughing. If you like this kind of stupid humor like that, you'll probably get a kick out of the show, honestly. So yeah, that's episode 9. That's going to be it for this batch. I should be back in September with more episodes. I'm going to try to do as many of these as possible when I can. So yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Take it easy.